Also, if we're gonna call people blaming it on Israel, if we're gonna call them crazy conspiracy theorists and kooky, we also need to call Netanyahu a crazy conspiracy theorist because the day after
Oh,
he went on Fox News, Netanyahu went on Fox News the day after saying that it was possibly the radical Islamists with connections to Marxists, linking radical Islamists and far left conspiracy theorists and the crazy transgender people. The next
no.
day,
But that's not even, it's not even the same, like, because I'll say, like, to me, like, being a kook isn't like having a wild theory. To me, being a kook is like putting together something when you're like, yo, that doesn't make sense at all. Like you're just leaping to conclusions. Netanyahu isn't a kook. He's just a fucking liar. Like he'll just lie. Like the level of what a liar he is just unbelievable. Like if he thought he could get away with it, he would just say it was the Ayatollah. That's who did it. The Ayatollah murdered Charlie Kirk. Like if he thought that he could get a regime change in Iran out of saying, he'll just say whatever the hell he has to say. And he knows Charlie Kirk's been on this, anti-Muslim kick. And so he's like, yeah, throw that in the mix. And if that's like, they're smart enough to know, because like this is the thing about bullshit lies that they tell. No matter how much they're debunked, no matter how little they're believed, it's not a zero that believes it. Like they've had, I saw polling, like this was a couple years ago, but still only a couple years ago. And it was like how many Democratic voters still believe that Donald Trump was in a conspiracy with Vladimir Putin. And it's like 28% or something like that. So it's like, okay, it's not that much, but that's like over a quarter of these fucking Democrats are still operating under the goddamn theory that like in 2017 we were all laughing at. Like they're still under that. And so he kind of knows there's a big enough percentage, whatever that is, of Charlie Kirk supporters who just know that he was against the Muslims and they heard a head of state say it was the Muslims, and they'll probably in their mind go, bet the Muslims had something to do with this, or it just reinforces that thing. But he's just a liar. He's not a kook. He has no like reason to believe that. But I will say at this point, the thing about it is, right, is that we Charlie Kirk was doing these huge outdoor events